Hello and welcome to RiceIS YouTube channel. My name is Avadu Shaha, and in today's editorial explain video, we are going to see this article titled Lopsided Solution. The article is important for GS-2 governance from the perspective of GS-2 governance under the idea of health, and can also be traced and can be used in GS-2 social justice also. So we have identified all the key ideas which are required for an aspirant to know, a civil servant aspirant to know, and made a holistic article on this side so that you get a complete picture not only on a specific idea of a pharmaceutical news but a holistic. The next, if a holistic question you is to be asked in your future, that can be like this: India's status as a pharmacy of world depends not only on affordable medicine but also on robust regulatory oversight. Discuss the challenges facing pharmaceutical regulation in India and reforms required to address them. 15 marks. The Before jumping into the next big thing, the why in news, I forgot to tell you the title of our article. The title of our article is the same: lopsided solution with a more elaborative part, need for a stronger pharmaceutical regulation in India. With that, let's jump to the topic then. The very first part, need to set up the context. Why in news? It is in news because the honorable union health minister has made cough syrup as prescription only medicine by removing syrup from a particular schedule called Schedule K from the drug rules of 1945 because of following death caused by contaminated India-made cough syrup and concerned over drug quality regulation. Now, the article over the today's Hindu newspaper, that is 19th of June's Hindu newspaper, somewhere points out that this kind of regulation or this kind of strict action adequate is not absolute. It requires more proactive stance or a holistic stand from all the stakeholders. So keeping in mind that, let's now jump into the main content with introduction in mind. So what kind of introduction can we write if we are asked to write a introduction on the same topic? Introduction can be like this: India's position as a pharmacy of the world rests on affordable medicine and global trust. But recent contamination incidents involving some chemical EG and DEG have exposed serious weakness in the drug quality control and regulatory oversight in India. Once the introduction is set, now let's see what all things can we write in the body, or what all things the article has mentioned which we can write in the body. Before that, let's just briefly see what is the significance of India's pharmaceutical industry, which can be contemplated all over the answer writing related to whenever asked about pharmaceutical industry. The first, if we see the economic aspect, we will get to see we are the largest supplier of generic medicine globally, accounts for nearly around 20% of global generic export, and it also contributed to export, not only export but employment and foreign exchange earning. The next, public health. If we see, we somewhere again export affordable medicines over to 200 countries including USA, UK, Brazil, France and South Africa. And even through our vaccine program in corona vaccine Moitri, we supplied over 300 million vaccine doses to 100 plus countries during again when COVID times. If we see the strategic significance of this industry, we will get to see it somewhere strengthens India's health diplomacy and soft power, or say health tourism in India, and supports India's ambition of becoming a global healthcare hub, not only global healthcare hub but a affordable global healthcare hub, and global reputation, recognizing the very idea pharmacy of the global south is of utmost important. And somewhere if we are able to manage the quality of the drugs, it will somewhere directly affect the global security, health security also. Like if we have proactive stands in quality aspects, we would see in all of those 200 countries where we export, there is less burden of on out of pocket expenditure, or their health is better. And if we see we are not proactive in quality of drugs or checking those qualities, we will get to see a vice versa effect on not only on India but on those 200 countries also. Now, moving or coming back to the main topic again, once we have discovered the significance, it is the core issue in the pharmaceutical safety, which the article also points out. The first is contaminated raw material. As I was speaking, EG and DEG contamination has led to fatalities abroad, not only in India but fatalities abroad. At the same point of time, it somewhere points out weak manufacturing practices in place, where poor GMP compliance and cost cutting compromise drug quality, somewhere reduce the quality of the drug, reduce not only the efficacy but the quality. Inadequate quality testing, we get to see there is lacuna or blank spaces in multiple layers, like deficiency in testing allows unsafe medicine into the market directly. And above all, the regulatory oversight deficit somewhere points out there is weak inspection and poor enforcement, which reduces the accountability of those stakeholders, which again have a adverse effect on health, giving rise to health risk of over the counter OTC cough syrup can be used not only for the treatment but for sedation, tumors, and cardiovascular side effects. And not to forget, there is a self medication culture in practice, where easy OTC access somewhere encourage irrational consumption of drugs. So, keeping all those core issues in mind, if we now briefly see the challenges in the regulation through stakeholders approach, we would see in under institutional challenges, there is weak regulatory capacity due to shortage of inspector, fragmented center state regulatory structure whose idea or whose part is that to ensure there is safety, whether it is the responsibility of the state or it is the responsibility of the center, and inadequate testing laboratories and infrastructure in the country. And if we see the operational challenges, we would see somewhere industry resistance to strict quality norms, weak enforcement and low penalties in place, whoever is doing those, and widespread of OTC culture and self medication. No, now, once we have seen the core issues and the challenges associated with it, now let's see what are the implication we would see. Under implication, we would see the implication under two aspects, from domestic and from international aspect. From domestic aspect, we would see public health risk due to unstandard medicine. It somewhere erodes the trust of healthcare institution, which is at par compared with a godly body or heavenly body, are increased healthcare and legal cost, because these low quality drugs will somewhere increase, not reduce the burden in the pocket of the citizen. And if we see the international aspect, we see the reputation of India has been damaged, or the image of India as the pharmaceutical of the world is getting damaged. For example, same on 2023 contaminated eye drop cases led to US FDA import restriction on these drugs. Somewhat threat to the pharmaceutical export that we do and the market access which we have all over the globe, and risk to global health security. And not to forget, it will also have adverse effect on our foreign exchange. Now, once we have seen the implication, now let's see what are the committees have to say in this kind of scenarios, so that we can better struck or write down the way forwards. The first recommendations would be the Mahilkar committee on 2023. It somewhere advocates for strong and centrally coordinated drug regulating system. If we see Ranjit Roy Chaudhary committee of 2023, we would see somewhere the same idea, where it goes one step ahead and asks for greater autonomy, transparency, and scientific capacity to the drug authority, central drug authority. Even the Parliamentary Standing Committee of 2012 also points out that there is a need of comprehensive overhaul of drug approval and regulatory oversight. And last but not the least would be the national health policy, which somewhere again points out strengthening regulation, testing infrastructure, and quality assurance must be improved. Now, once we have seen all those aspects, now let's draw a fine way forward. The way forward would be look like this under the 7 point: strengthen the quality control through mandatory testing and third party audit. When the stakeholders are unable to meet the required benchmark, we should include the third party audits. Enhance regulatory capacity by increasing the manpower like inspector and technical expertise. Modernize laboratories and digital batch tracking systems, so that tracking and discrepancy can be identified in any point of time. Improve enforcement through risk based inspections and stricter penalties, so that repeated offenders are somewhere shown a big stick. The fifth would be strengthening pharmacovigilance and adverse drug reaction monitoring in place, where even after post application of the drug in the market or release of drug in the market, there should active somewhere monitoring of the drug reaction, so that any slightest of problem can be identified early and addressed early. Reform the governance through better CDSO and state coordination, as the committees has recommended and even the parliamentary committee has recognized. And promote responsible drug use and curb self medication, because not only the structural changes, but there has to be change in culture also, where the notion of self medication and irrational use of drugs should be curtailed, should be reduced. Okay, once the way forward done, let's now draw a balanced conclusion, which will again somewhere have the crux of the whole body. The conclusion might look like this: India's pharmaceutical leadership cannot be sustained through affordability alone. To remain world's trusted pharmacy, India must strengthen quality assurance, regulatory capacity, and accountability across the pharmaceutical value chain. With this, I would conclude today's session, and I would hope that this session was indeed helpful for your preparation. And if you think so, I would also like you to like this video and subscribe to Rise IS YouTube channel. And yes, those who are wondering where we can get this video, this PDF, you can get this PDF in Rise IS website in absolutely free terms. Thank you once again. Keep preparing.